Good morning, everyone. Guess what day it is? It doesn't matter because they're all exactly the same. Pushing grass and dirt around. So I'm on my way. I got to get my equipment running. And I'm going right back up to the top where I was yesterday. I'm going to make sure I got a path cleaned out this morning when I go up, because I think Zach will probably be following me up there. We got a bunch of stuff to clean out up here that Zach can work on, but we really can't do that until I actually get a spot cleared out for him to work. So we're kind of going to be in limbo this morning on what he's working on, at least. I've been running up and down the road a couple times here, clearing all the brush out on the sides, and we've been doing pretty good up here. We got both machines up here, basically just running the dozer. Zach really hasn't been running this up here just yet because he's working on some trees and getting some of the lower branches down. I have been running around in this area right here pretty much all day so far. I'm trying to get this cleared out, and I'm trying to save as many of these trees as I can. But sometimes this is what they look like. Man, they're just so wadded up with each other. You can't hardly get in there to save the ones you want to save. It takes so much time. So Gidget loves these guys that have these purple flowers. I think they're called red buds or something like that. Red something. So I've been trying to save as many of those as possible. This is actually like this on the other side on yesterday's video where that big high wall is. Well, it stops right here and it starts heading that way. Our property line is somewhere out there. Now on my maps it showed I still can go that way further. But I would like to get in here and clean. There's another one of those purple flowery things that my wife likes, and I'm gonna save every single one of those that I can, because if she likes looking at them, I'm not getting rid of them. But we are gonna get in here and start cleaning all this up. It's just the same thing every day. It's just, man, I feel like a broken record, but that's all we're doing is just trying to clean this stuff up. Trying to get in here is a friggin' disaster, because you can push in here for about 4 or 5 feet and then you're wearing this right in your face. So you've got to kind of clip the edges a little bit and then move over, clip the edges, and just keep working this stuff out of here until you get to a tree that you've got to save, and then you've got to kind of work around it. So one thing I have learned that through running down through here, I'm starting to learn what the leaves look like on certain trees. I've learned that the trees that my wife likes, the bark is very, very dark. It's almost black. So as I'm running through here, I'm trying to look for, up above me, leaves that are stuff that I want to keep. Like that tree right there looks like that's one of them ones with the purple flowers. It's got a couple little weird things jetting off of it that we'll probably get rid of, but you know, I want to keep as much of that as I can. So I'm not sure if I'll get back here today at all. I'm probably going to stay out there because I feel like if I stay out there, Zach's got more work to do, and you know, we can work together. So you can hear him out here. He's got about 3 or 4 pretty good sized trees out here that he's actually gonna cut down. And then I might grab the excavator and start picking away around this water over here. Some of the local guys said, oh, they call it a pond. Like, I wouldn't call it a pond. I mean, one guy said, oh, when we were kids, we used to go up there and jump in that thing. I'm like, say what? I wouldn't jump in this thing. It must have looked a little different when he was a kid. Man, he's noisy, isn't he? Making all kinds of racket. So let's go over here and look at look at the lake. Let's go over here and look at the lake. It's swell. Actually, it's disgusting. I don't know how deep it is. I know there's a lot of frogs and stuff in it, but it looks nasty. I think this is where the cows used to probably come drink out of this when they had cattle on this thing. But oh, there goes one, just jumped in. It looks disgusting, so I guess I'll see if I can get it cleaned up.
What is that?
It's just nasty mud. It's heavy.
Oh yeah, it's tipping me over.
Oh yeah. Every once in a while you'll get a log or a root that'll do that too. That just goes to show you how heavy that bucket was.
You can just set it down and put yourself back down on the ground.
Yep.
Well, what I was hoping was, I'm hoping that maybe we could, that's probably just years of leaves and dead wood, stuff like that. I'm hoping that we can get in here and dig this out and clean this water up.
Yeah, if we clear the whole bank around it and keep some sun on it, maybe dig it out a little deeper, clean it out a little bit,
yeah,
it'd probably actually end up being kind of nice. Yeah.
Yeah, I can go through there with the dozer now, and now that I know what's here, I gotta save that guy right there, and so I can basically swipe all these out. I don't think these pine trees are pretty good anyway.
Nah, they look like crap.
Remember, kids, safety third. Some of this right here so I can spin around. I got a tree over there I want to keep, so I'm going to spin around in here, push that stuff out that way. little bit, and it should push it right along. That thing was in there. That's a big one. That thing was a little tough to get out. Dozer didn't like that a whole lot. That big, it rolls like that and it works its way under the blade, and then you start running the same thing over that you're trying to push, and of course it doesn't push it. You got to get the blade down and get it digging a little bit. Once it gets digging a little dirt, it kind of seals it up a little bit so it can't get under the blade. Probably 5 videos ago or something, we actually came up on top of that high wall, walked up here, and I said, hey, it looks like there's a side-by-side trail that we could get all the way up to the upper part of the property. Well, we finally made it to the edge over here, clearing up top, so we came in here with a chainsaw and cut a few of these limbs down and stuff so we could actually access this if we wanted to. So we did make it all the way to the back up here. Well, not the back, but we made it. We made a connection between that particular trail. Hold on, I got shit in my boots. That particular trail and out here up on top where we've been clearing. We haven't made it all the way to the bank yet. Brutal. But I mean, I got to get back here and start thinning this out. I've been running around out here in the middle moving stuff. Eventually we're going to have to take these leaners down and get all this brush out of here, but that's coming. One day at a time.
Well, guys, that's going to wrap it up for today. We are really making some good progress. You could not look through here 2 days ago. You couldn't see any of this. And it goes way back in there. Where we were just at back there is probably, I would say, what, Zach, 400, maybe back where we were just clearing that, maybe 400 feet that way, or something like that.
Yeah.
So we're making some progress. I feel really good about it. We got Zach went through and he was cutting a lot of the real short meaning closest to the ground branches off of a lot of these trees, so we can actually get in there, and you can't clean up around it if you can't get under it. So I widened the top of this out. There was a lot. There's still, I mean, you can see it's just packed with everything. I also made a swipe down the road with the blade angled a little bit, and eventually I'm going to get this thing to where it's a lot more flat than what it is. It's still kind of off kilter, but every time I got to come down this driveway for something with that dozer, whether it's change the oil or do whatever or go work someplace else, basically I'm going to just kind of, you can see where I took the bank out, and that's kind of flat right there. And what I'm doing is I'm kind of scooping it over here. So as this goes down, this will go up. And good. You looking to do something?
I'm gonna cut this right here.
Yeah, go for it. Chainsaw noises don't bother my audience. So we got a ton of stuff done. We have a ton of stuff to do. One thing that we are going to do is this walking back and forth is kind of a situation for me. I'm not much of a walker. So Zach's cutting some of this stuff back because basically we got to start driving the truck up and down here if we're going to work here for a week. I don't want to drive the equipment back and forth. That's bull. And I don't want to walk back and forth. That's bull. So we're going to make this a little more pickup truck friendly. That's what Zach's working on right now. So man, this is, so in one of the other videos, I did talk about not using this as a road, using it as nothing, and moving the road over there. One might ask, look, dummy, if you're not going to use it as a road, why are you turning it into a road? Well, I'll tell you why. Because after I met with the power company and realized that, you know, this was going to cost a lot of money to get power up here, even if we put the driveway over there, we'll still use this as the road to put power poles, because that's going to be the cheapest way for me to do this. And this will probably cut off, I guess by the time you go over to that road and you're up there and you got to come back this way, I mean, you might save 250 feet of what you have to pay to get the power. So even if we don't use this as a driveway, this is where we'll set the electric poles to get up there, just to save money. Because I mean, it's not like I'm not building anything here. I'm not gonna replace the road with a jacuzzi. Unless I get a jacuzzi sponsor. So anyhow, I won't be here tomorrow because it's my lady's birthday. So happy birthday, Gidget. So listen, you guys have been watching these videos. If you guys are gonna watch this stuff, I mean, I'll keep making videos. I mean, if nobody cares, I do it so my family can see what we're doing here and stuff like that. But it's exciting to have people actually, they're coming back and watching this business. So I am very grateful for that people are watching, maybe even chiming in and saying, Hey, you big dummy. You're doing that wrong. So, we'll be back. Long as it's not raining, we'll be back here in a couple days. And we'll be doing a whole bunch more of this. Man, look at that. We've done so much work. Look at that. You can actually see light through there where that property is at the top. Guys, we're actually making some headway. I feel super good about this. We're making mistakes. We're fixing our mistakes. We're happy y'all are watching. So listen, for all the substandard YouTube content you can handle, come back and see me in a couple days.